2014, I had cataract surgery with costly multifocal lens implants. In 2018, I had sudden onset floaters. My husband mentioned it to our friend, optometrist number 1. He said YAG laser surgery for floaters is outlawed in Texas. It is legal in Louisiana. He had a friend with a clinic, optometrist too. That friend happened to be a longtime acquaintance of ours who not only is using the YAG laser, but is teaching optometry students from Texas in his Logansport, Louisiana clinic. That gave us great confidence that he knew what he was doing. We met him at his Carthage, Texas clinic, and laser surgery was scheduled the next day. Would you please make note? Neither optometrist 1 nor optometrist 2 has ever examined my eyes. My diagnosis was based solely on what I described. In Logansport, both optometrists were at the laser. Number 2 was using the laser. Number 1 was watching in the student scope. They were celebrating all of the little explosions. Little did I know that my lens implants were pitted with the laser over 130 times in my left lens and over 80 times in my right lens. 2.5 hours of being behind the laser was exhausting. During the procedure, number 2 asked number 1 if he didn't want to take over. It's easy. It's easy? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It's easy? My vision changed. I had a haze in both eyes. It's been like looking through saran wrap. My little tiny lens, the size of my little fingernail, was pitted over 130 times in my left and over 80 times in my right. I was unable to read text. I lost the ability to earn income. My livelihood was taken from me. I would ask my husband to read to me a recipe, a newspaper article. I no longer felt safe driving. I could not see my music to play my instruments. I could see a figure in a window, a figure in a doorway, and it became a black silhouette. Shortly afterwards, I saw my ophthalmologist. I told her where I'd been. She was visibly shaken when she examined my eyes. It was at that time that I learned of the pits in my lens implants. Number 1 told me there was no change in my vision. He has still not examined my eyes. He told me that I knew that there would be risks, and they see this all the time in Louisiana. Recently, I was referred to one of the top surgeons in the world. He's at Baylor College of Medicine. I've had 2 successful lens implant replacement surgeries, but he was unable to give me the multifocal lens, so I'm wearing readers. This was at the cost, and I'm just now 4 weeks post-op. Bills are still coming in, but at this date, $35,885. I ask you about what happens to the uninsured if this is happening in Louisiana right now. I ask you to remember the words of optometrist number 1. Your vision has not changed. You knew there could be risks, and we see this all of the time in Louisiana. I beg you, please vote no on House Bill 2340 on behalf of Texans. And I would be thrilled to answer questions.
Members, does anybody have any questions? Do you personally know anybody else who has experienced what you have experienced?
Yes, sir. And I believe he's here, but it's in a different scale.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.